Hi guys, I'm back. Finally, after a long time, let's talk about something that I've just learned over the past month, and that is about mathematical growth mindset. I'm really passionate about this topic right now, and I've been reading very attentively. I wouldn't say I've read a ton on growth mindset. I've only read two books on it, but I'm really studying it instead of just reading it and letting it go very haphazardly. So what I've learned is, for the growth mindset in mathematics, there is this misconception that speed in math is very important, and the faster you complete questions, the faster you finish up your drills. It's almost like a hallmark of a good math student, right? I've since learned that it is not speed that matters, it's really the depth of thinking that matters, and has really influenced the way I run my lessons, my classes right now. I'm in my home classroom right now. As you can see, this is my whiteboard behind me, and I've got a screen right there where all the students will sit at the table, and that's my screen where they can see what I'm presenting. So in my classroom right now, what I do is, instead of rewarding with praises on students who are completing their work quickly and diligently, I now praise for getting their corrections done diligently, which is a big difference, because it reframes why we are doing these questions. If I praise them for doing questions right the first time and getting them done quickly, then it becomes more like a performance, right? Instead of learning, it's about performance. But right now, as I praise them for showing that they are doing their corrections diligently, and even praising them for asking very small questions or even very thoughtful questions, and I praise them for it, with the willingness to ask, I'm rewarding them for their attitude of learning and being able to be okay with making mistakes and learning from them. And that is the essence of the growth mindset, to not attach any shame to not doing things well the first time, or even the 13th time, because we practice to grow ourselves, right? So now, as a student asks me a question, what I do is, I don't give them the answers anymore. I ask them another question. I always start with, how long have you thought through this question for? If it's anything less than 5 minutes, I tell them to go ahead and continue thinking for another 3 or 4 minutes, and then come back to me again and tell me what your thinking is. So at the end of 5 minutes, they come back to me again and say, Mr. Perry, I'm still stuck, please help me. Then, instead of my usual way last time was, I do, you do, we do, and I found that the model is good, at the same time it's also flawed. So what I do right now is, I scaffold the thinking by teaching them how to think, by giving them an example of a good question to ask themselves. And I'll ask them to tell me what their thinking is right now, and I ask them, why does that thinking make sense or not make sense? Which is the part that you're confused about or unsure about? Let's talk about that. And by doing that, while everyone else is listening, pretending to do their work while listening to my conversation with their student, it builds a culture of embracing mistakes. It builds a culture of being willing to expose yourself to vulnerability in the classroom, because they now realize that doing things fast is not getting rewarded anymore, but they are getting lavish praise for showing an attitude of growth, of willingness to fall down and then get back up again. I hope this was useful to you. If you have any thoughts that you want to share, just go ahead and comment. And I read all the comments. I may not reply, but I do read all the comments, and I really appreciate all the attention you're giving to my posts. I love that you guys are paying attention, and I appreciate that, so I'll keep them coming. Have a good day. Bye.